What's up? Welcome to the Sayin Stuff Podcast. I'm Chris.
I'm Eric.
I'm Chad.
It's nice to see you guys back. I know it's been a while since you've seen me on the Sayin Stuff Podcast, but it's nice to fucking see you guys again.
It's been a while since I've seen any of us.
True. That's fucking true. By the way, the synchronization on that fucking A1, I loved it. Loved every fucking bit of it. Eric's got something to say about our beards.
I mean, yeah.
It's not like you just threw him on a spot like you didn't know what to say. Like
he's like,
If you enjoy your beard, go to thebeardstruggle.com and use code ERIC15 at checkout to have a better beard.
why are you so red? Oh, I thought it was
have a better beard. Why'd you say it all seductively? Have a better beard.
It's a plan, I guess, to do some
soft little scruffy beard.
Yeah, we did.
What?
I don't have any color though. That's why he's so red.
Anyways, this is not part of Sayin Stuff Season 3, but this is like a special episode. Let you guys know we're still here.
So if y'all, in one of our topics today, if y'all follow our quickies, we got into a real intense subject.
We did.
Yeah,
about movie making.
Really talking about some quickies.
And we're actually going to continue it onto here because, quickies is about 5 minutes, and we didn't want to exceed that.
Well, we did 18 minutes.
But he's going to edit it.
Right.
I mean, technically, quickies is 20 minutes or less. So, therefore, we're good.
Pow. Well, you didn't fucking say nothing about it. Don't act like you was smart when in the situation. You gotta have your boyfriend back you up.
Damn straight. And for one, that is my girlfriend backing me up.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry. I don't mean no disrespect.
Long, luxurious hair.
Mine's better.
Ow.
I know. Why do you think I'm seeing you at 3 o'clock?
You want to come over to my house? I'll show you some magic tricks.
Anyways, the original conversation started when we asked, what would your movie be if you could make your own movie? And Chad said, have all the gods face each other for the earth.
So,
But then we
saying.
changed it.
Well, we were changing it because there's too many religions with too many gods. Dude, that would be ridiculous to try and remember who's doing what and shit like that.
At first, it was going to be like a battle royale to see who took control of Earth.
Yeah.
But now it's going to be the gods versus the underworld gods. I don't know really what you want to call it.
So I know who you're talking about. So you're talking about like Anubis because he's one of the gods of the underworld for the Egyptians. You're talking about Hades as the Greek underworld god, and you're talking about you're talking about like Satan as Christian.
But like, is it going to be exactly that, or are you like splitting up?
It's going to be exactly that.
Okay. So it's just high versus low. It's pretty much the apocalypse.
Yeah.
The apocalypse throughout different religions.
But it's going to be like times 10, you know what
I
mean? Like,
but what if we mixed it up, though? But what if we made it a little different by...
What if you have Poseidon down in the underworld?
Right, but what if you had Hades going and fighting Egyptian gods, and then you had Anubis fighting the Greek gods? It's something they've never fought before. It's kind of the same thing because they both run the underworld, but they have different powers, different selective skills that they're able to use within themselves.
How I was going to do it was each god is probably going to fight their own religion at some point.
Right.
Where they might start off doing that. But yeah, it would be like that where, like one god would go fight a whole different god from a whole different religion. You know what I mean?
Straight up.
But it's kind of like just like where they're based out because it's going to go across the whole world. So the terrain, everything's going to be different.
Yeah. But I'm saying, like, could you imagine the gods fighting other gods that they've never heard anything about or never experienced before? Like, that shit would be dope. Like, you could have Apollo fighting fucking, Apollo's Roman, isn't he?
I think
Is Apollo Greek?
Yeah.
Apollo is Greek, that's right. So you could have Apollo, and then you could have fucking Mercury, because Mercury's Roman.
Yeah.
And they're both the messengers.
But see, another thing I was going to do, I was going to add Loki in it. Mm-hmm. But throughout the whole movie, Loki was going to be changing sides, dude. Like,
well, yeah, because he's a god of mischief. He's going to get into somebody's heads to try and get to where he can get into a higher spot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that shit would be nasty.
Just have him destroy everything.
Bro, you can have alternate endings to where Loki is one of the people that fucking finally, like, he's worked his manipulation so much that he's gotten to the throne to where he runs shit. And now the world is nothing but
he's
mischief.
He's going to be kind of like the whole, like, double agent of both sides.
Yeah, straight up.
Shit, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it tells everybody what's to hear.
But the funny part is, every time he tells you information, it won't always be right. He would just tell you shit just to tell you shit. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, he's mischievous. He's going to say what he's going to say to get where he needs to go, whether it's true or not.
But each side is going to know what he's doing, but they're not going to know that he's doing it with the other side too.
Right. Yes, like what I was talking about, Apollo and Mercury. Mercury's, if I'm correct, he's a messenger for the gods, and Apollo's a messenger for the gods. So it's like they could be both transporting messages to different gods for other gods, and then they meet each other on the fucking trails. And then it's like, okay, well, I'm not going to allow your message to get to you, and I'm not going to allow your message to get to you. You know what I mean? So it's like they finally clash right there. But it's not just going to be that one clash. It's going to be a constant clash because they're both going to fight and realize that they're both at the same power level with each other or some shit like that, or that the time and place is not that time and place to fight.
Wait, so like what time zone, like not time zone, but
Like era?
Time era would...
modern day. I would definitely do modern day.
So then would the messenger gods like actually like see each other?
Yeah.
Because they could just like text.
But you get...
No, but you gotta realize we're not talking about making the gods modern people. The gods are still the old-fashioned, toga-wearing gods.
I feel like if they're like, they would probably still dress the same. But I feel like they would upgrade themselves as time went on.
Yeah, because fucking Zeus is going to be on top of Mount Olympus with a fucking AK.
Yeah, fucking Zeus is just going to be up there like, oh, let me send this tweet out real fast.
I don't know. Like, because I'm kind of thinking of it like the Percy Jackson.
No.
Do you realize that Mercury, the messenger of the Roman gods, can run faster than probably a text message?
I mean, yeah, but I'm just saying.
So, what would be the point of messaging somebody? Mercury could be like, hey, I'm coming over, and then knock on your door, and you'd get the text message. What was the point of messaging? If you could just, boom, I'm here, what's up?
Group chats.
Group chats.
Then, I also just figured out a way that we can, make a whole second movie out of it, too.
Okay, what's that?
Like, at the end, whichever side won, we could do, 2 movies of each, of both sides winning, you know what I mean? Kind of like they did with...
alternate endings.
Yeah. And then we can make 2 other movies, too, which is, obviously... So, say in the first movie, the gods win, right?
Yeah.
The second movie is going to be where the gods have a feud, and then that's when they start battling each other.
Right, fighting within themselves for power.
Different ideas of what they want to do.
Of what would be best for the world.
And then the same with the underworld, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think it would just be dope to fucking think about Anubis and fucking Hades just going at it with each other. Just sending waves of corpses at one another, just fucking gnawing each other down. This shit would be fucking wicked. I would love that.
What if the second movie was all the humans uniting to take...
To actually take Earth back?
Yeah.
That would be pretty nasty. They find a way to make holy weapons and shit like that. Or they take weapons from the fucking
Loki
fallen...
can come into play, because Loki's third party? Fuck yeah.
Loki can fucking... Loki would come down from Olympus or wherever he's having the meeting at, bro, and start talking to the humans I brought you these weapons of holiness, make them into what you want, and then boom, the fucking
next thing Loki's going to be back on Olympus hey, I don't know how they got it, but they got some holy weapons, bro.
Right.
And then they're all...
Straight up.
And then Loki's like, traitor among us!
Right, traitor among us, yeah, and get somebody fucking killed or some shit. Shit would be raw. But see,
shit, what Hercules
the
just got
biggest
decapitated.
thing I want to see Odin fight Zeus. Because it's I'm going to hit you with a lightning bolt. My fucking son did that at birth.
Hold on. What would be better? Would it be better as a movie or a TV series?
TV series, definitely.
Because
you can elongate it. You can't elongate a movie.
That's what I was thinking about. So then we could actually have the hour-long fucking battles. You know what I mean?
If you did that, you would have to do the individual storylines.
Yeah, definitely. We would give backstory to shit. Yeah. But if we wanted to make it modern day, like you were talking about, sending texts and shit, instead of it just being Mount Olympus or some shit, it could be Mount Olympus could be represented by a apartment building, and then at the very top is one of the richest people in the fucking city, and then he represents Zeus, and then he ends up getting the powers of Zeus, and he doesn't know why, and then it starts explaining a war is coming, and we need people to be ready, and
that's what chosen. It could be. So the whole apocalyptic. But that could all be started because all the demons and gods of hell and shit just combined. Yeah. And then that's what brings all the other gods into play.
Right.
No.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Got to stop you there.
Dude, that shit would be a fucking wicked ass show. Could you imagine the combo power ups that people would fucking have?
Or say it could be the old Power Rangers, where for some reason they all get the Earth to go to Olympus.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Something's drawing them there.
You know, It could be like little street thieves from Egypt.
Straight
you know
up,
what I mean?
yeah,
And
yeah.
Like some like real rich dude from America or a poor guy from just, and not have everybody rich. Just has everybody just like real like one dude's in there.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm a CEO of a company. And this dude's like, I'm a soccer dad. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing here, man.
Right, like bro, I stole a carrot 3 weeks ago.
Right.
I don't know what the fuck's going on here.
That would be interesting.
I would definitely watch
Hulu
that.
or Netflix, bro. Hit us up.
Right, bro.
Or
You started
Amazon,
talking
I guess they
about.
do original content.
I'm not trying to sit here and say Netflix has been pimping it on the podcast, but I am saying that we brought up Greek god.
Chaos came from somewhere.
We brought up Greek gods on Netflix about making a series about it, and bada bing, bada boom, we got chaos. I'm not trying to say Netflix was snooping in on us, but if you are, just give us a little bit of a shout out.
So are we still gonna do it to where they would still use old weapons like swords and shit?
Yeah, definitely.
Dude, just imagine that. Fucking Hercules just riding on Pegasus, bro, and you just see fucking flaming arrows just start shooting at him,
that shit would
dude.
be fucking nasty. Fucking who was it? You could have fucking Set. You know who Set is from the Egyptian. I can't remember what he represents as the underworld or what. I believe Set is the defender of the Nile.
That sounds right.
Because Sobek is a alligator or whatever. He's an alligator god, and he wants to devour the Nile to gain enough strength to take rule over a bunch of shit.
Right.
And Set, I believe, is the protector of the Nile.
So what I was thinking was, so like during the whole modern day before shit starts popping off, like would we have demons already disguised as people?
Yes.
Like there?
Definitely. And we would have angels. Well, we would have angels and demons disguised as humans on Earth, just so they would have like messenger demons and messenger angels, like telling them, like, "Yo, this is what's happening on Earth. This is, this is what's going down. This is the time."
I mean, more or
we need
less
to go."
kind of like an infiltration, waiting for the war to start. You
That's
know
what
I mean?
I'm saying. So
Just
like,
when Hades, like, time is now, angels just fucking rip open their fucking human
right. You
suit,
see
know what I mean?
fucking wings sprout out the fucking back of people, and their fucking clothes fall off, and
So
then they're
then-
just like shining, and they have robes of light and shit like that.
I was thinking instead of they all for some reason had to go to Mount Olympus, like you just like have angels come visit and the angels tell them like where to go, like what like depending on what powers that they were getting.
Like this is your mission. This is what we have for you.
Or like an angel just comes down to this dude like Olympus, go. You know what I mean? Some dude's like, oh fuck, okay.
Like that would be dope as fuck, because the Greek gods, they have I can't remember, there's 2 different gods. One controls the day and one controls the night, if I'm correct. One shoots across the sky and brings the sun, one brings the moon.
Yeah.
So that would be dope to have the fucking moon god go against Ra, the Egyptian sun god. You see what I'm saying? And have them fighting in the daytime where Ra is at his peak power, and having him fighting at nighttime where he's at his peak power. Exactly.
Brings out the eclipse.
Bring out the eclipse where you have the solar and you still have the fucking night. So they're both at damn near max fucking power, just blasting each other with fucking shit. They're like...
And like,
why
these people are like told to go where they need to. Like, you know, where the angels like, you guys need to go here, which is where they would get their powers. Like a god chooses one person to kind of represent them and get their power.
Right, and then
like as they're running across, bro, you just see like hell just start breaking loose.
That'd be dope, because in that you can have that turn into something else also, because you can have like 4 people roll up, and then one dude's telling them, I deserve this is why I deserve this, I've done this, and this in my life, and he doesn't get it, so he turns and goes to Hades, and then Hades gives him a power.
So like, if you were going to start this, like the first episode, the pilot episode, like how would that go down?
Okay, so in my mind, starting off, what it is it's going to like have a narrator. So it's just going to be like over top of like, are we doing the modern day or are we doing the Mount Olympus like scene? Are we going to do modern day where the tower's represented by the tall building?
So it's going to start off with showing Mount Olympus, right?
So are we going with the Mount Olympus thing now?
No, because it's going to go into modern.
So it's going to go from Mount Olympus to
it's going to be Mount Olympus
from
with all the gods, or just the main few, and then it's going to be Zeus writing a book telling about a war.
Yeah, and then the narrator, and like as he's writing, it's going to say, in 1,000 years a war is coming, and then so and so on. Like make a small story as to why the war is happening. You know, humanity is extinguishing itself. They cannot sustain life for themselves on this planet. We have to do something.
While he's writing it, would it be kind of like a contract where all the gods sign, or would it be in the midst of another war with Hades and all them? You know what I mean? Kind of like.
Well, I think what it could turn into is he could narrate. Is that a note? Is that a note? Oh. But what it could be is like Hades does something that kind of like riles up on Earth, not noticing that he did it, and then Zeus notices it and sees it, and then that's when he was like, I feel the underworlds, or I feel the dark presences have gained enough power to want to take rule over this land, and it's Zeus just talking about like, this war's going to go down in this time, this is what's going to have to happen, people have to be ready, certain people are going to have to be in certain areas, which is what would work into you getting those people sent to go get their powers.
And then like with low-key being kind of the double agent, like at the last end of the pilot scene, you just see low-key appearance as the time has come.
Right, and his fucking eyes are like glowing or some shit as he's looking through the shadow, and all you see is like the gleam of the horns on his helmet. Like that shit would be fucking raw.
We continued our talk about this TV series all the way, bro. And let us know in the comments what you guys feel about it so far. Cause
would you watch it?
I would. I would watch.
Speaking of, you were talking about what actors you would want to play, or was that you?
That was me.
That was it.
Speaking of, you want actors. I want to know what you guys think. What actors do you think would play what roles? Like, who do you think would play Zeus? Who do you think would play Loki, Thor, Odin, and stuff like that? What's up?
You know who I think would be okay? There's two people I think would be good for Underworld. One of them would actually be the dude who actually plays Lucifer now in the TV show.
Yeah, he play him as Hades.
And I think Johnny Depp would make a good one.
Johnny Depp would make a great evil character.
Tom Ellis.
Oh yeah, probably.
Who's that one dude? Did you guys ever watch fucking Charlie's Angels, the movies? They had
not the new ones.
Not the new ones. I'm talking about the old ones. So you know the dude that would cut the girl's hair off and smell it?
Yeah, I don't.
He could play Loki. Tell me he wouldn't make a nasty Loki, bro. Mm-hmm. I can't remember the fucking name of that actor, but he played in another movie where he could talk to rats and shit. Did you not see that? Like he could talk to rats and shit? No. Sword was about a mouse.
I have a question.
Okay.
Also, no one give me shit for this. I really just want to know. Are we keeping color to color, or are we like
Are we playing black actors or white actors or white actors or black actors? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, like white.
Are we whitewashing or blackwashing shit?
Well,
is that what you're asking?
Because I don't know. Because I don't want anybody. Like I don't want people to watch the movie like. Y'all got a black dude playing Zeus when Zeus was white.
Well, see, that's the thing. That it's called blackwashing and whitewashing, which is what a lot of TV series have done, where it's like a normal white character is now a black character, a normal black character is not a white character, and you have a lot of flashback when you do that for certain people.
I mean, I feel like there's certain gods that you would know,
right?
Like,
well, I mean, you can find descriptions of them when you read about them, or what they look like.
Now, y'all could correct me. I'm pretty sure Zeus is white, right?
Zeus is white, yes.
But I feel like The Rock would make a pretty great Zeus.
The Rock would make a great Zeus.
But see, that's what I'm saying. I want anybody like, wow.
And then we already got a Poseidon, Jason Momoa. He already did Aquaman. He could be Poseidon.
Yeah. The Rock's already played Hercules, though.
He has played Hercules.
That was a great Hercules.
Yeah.
Or would Vin Diesel make a good Zeus?
Vin Diesel? No, I don't think Vin Diesel would make a good... I think Vin Diesel would be more Hades. Vin Diesel would be Hades.
We don't know how long he'll be in the world.
Would he be the blacksmith? The blacksmith god.
No.
Such with an age.
I don't think he'd be the blacksmith. For a blacksmith, you need somebody that's more like gritty. I would say the dude who played Cable in fucking Deadpool, he would be this blacksmith.
So are we also going to add like Medusa and shit into this as part of the underworld?
Well, they have parts in mythology with them.
Angelina Jolie.
So. Angelina Jolie or Lucy Liu. We could have Lucy Liu as fucking Medusa. That'd be pretty bad.
Look at Angelina Jolie right now.
Yeah, but Angelina Jolie ain't even as high as she used to be, bro.
I'm saying she looks like death. She looks like shit, bro. Come on now.
Well, I understand we're there.
What about Hades' wife?
Hades' wife? Let's see.
Persephone?
What the fuck did you just say?
Hey, who's
blanking on the name? I knew
who's Johnny Depp's ex-wife?
No, we're not.
The bitch
that bitch
that's claiming that he abused her. That bitch could be Hades' wife.
Did you just fucking hear that he got settlement and proof that none of that happened? Yeah. Bro, she's getting super fucked by the courts now.
Oh yeah, he's like somehow he's her sooner and everything.
Mm-hmm. Somehow she still has a role in Aquaman too, though.
Because it was made before all the shit was settled.
Aquaman 2 has been filmed.
Oh, wait. Okay.
What I'm actually happy to hear, did you know, because all that happened, that that the people that own Pirates of the Caribbean kicked him off and would not let him come back into it.
Yeah, that's why they were saying when
all of it got settled, they're actually letting him come back.
That's why they were saying that Johnny Depp wasn't going to be in the next movie they made because all this shit was going on.
They're supposed to replace him with somebody else.
Yeah.
Thank God this shit got cleared.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to go off topic. We just went off topic, but I do want to bring another topic into this because it kind of pisses me off, makes me want to have a stroke and an aneurysm at the same time. It kind of
not get Ozzy famous.
But the topic I wanted to bring up is, can we fucking please? I don't even believe in God, but can we please, to the love of Chad's Lord and Savior?
Why do this guy bring me into this shit?
Because you have to pray for me because I can't pray for this because God doesn't want to talk to me right now.
I pray.
Hopefully, for this you will. Can we not make Edward the gay vampire fucking Batman? Can that please?
Whoa.
Have you not heard about that?
No.
Yeah, they've been talking about casting him as Batman.
I could have swore I sent you the picture of him in Batman's
Yeah,
costume.
you did. But they've been talking about it for years, and I'm like, he's the worst fucking person to play as Batman.
Hold on. Speaking of Edward, because I've seen Twilight. Fuck y'all. I've seen it.
I've seen one Twilight, and it was New Dawn when they were fighting each other.
The dude who plays the wolf dude, Jacob?
Yeah.
I don't know his actual name. That motherfucker would make a good Hercules.
I thought that motherfucker...
It's Stephen Amell's brother, right?
Who?
Stephen Amell, the guy who plays Arrow.
I don't know.
That's his brother, I believe.
Oh, is that his brother? I didn't know they were related.
But the dude who plays Jacob in that, I feel like he'd make a good Hercules.
He'd make a pretty good one.
Get that shit out of my face.
Do you feel the disrespect? Now pray to your God.
Just get that shit. Like, hold on. If you ever saw a dude that just like, you don't know him.
Dude, he looks like he's going to a kid's birthday party.
Hold on. Look at that. I don't know if y'all have ever been on the street and you're like, I don't know that dude, but it's just something about him really makes me want to hit him in the face.
That's the dude that smokes crack. That's the dude you see riding down the road on a fucking moped that smokes crack and gets paranoid at every person that walks past his peephole.
That's the dude that you see walking down the park that when you're just like bullshit playing with your girlfriend, that he walks up and thinks that you're an actual robber and starts talking like Batman, like
right.
Alone, like dude, first of all,
right, like get your batarangs and go the fuck on over there.
But like the movie's supposed to have like 3 or 4 villains, and it's supposed to have an alternate ending for each villain.
Well, then I'm gonna be happy to watch him get the shit kicked out of him by everyone because if he was Batman, he fucking would. I don't give a fuck. You cannot put the mentality of Batman into that dude. I don't give a fuck how much. He could be a fanatic, bro.
That would go to. That's the dude that would be like, I want to play Batman, but I want to rework Batman.
Yeah, like right.
He is
but Christian Bale did the same fucking thing, which is why I don't like Christian Bale.
Like he's the dude that's like instead of saying Batarang, he's like cat claws.
Cat claws.
He's changing the persona of Batman though.
Oh, got you.
He said Batman's more of a crazy villain who goes around hurting people.
First of all,
so he's going for that persona compared to the
no. If he wants to do that, then you need to get somebody older to play as Thomas Wayne and have the fucking alternate universe where fucking Bruce got shot in the alley. His mom becomes the Joker, his dad becomes Batman because Thomas Wayne blows motherfuckers' heads off.
You know,
have you not known about that? Yeah. Dude, Thomas Wayne, when he becomes Batman in that alternate universe, he uses guns. He doesn't give a fuck. If he's going to shoot you, he'll blow your fucking brains back. Thomas Wayne is not a joke as Batman.
Basically, when the Flash went through the Flashverse, the Flash thing.
The Flashpoint paradox.
Yeah, Flashpoint. He fucked everyone's timelines up.
Yeah, where he ran so fast and shit.
Yeah, so like
he's like a little
that's something that happened.
Yeah. For you.
Well, I mean, it was because he had a bomb strapped to him, and he was told if you run underneath this, it's gonna blow up. It's gonna take out this whole city. So he pushed himself to his max limit, boom, and ran through time and space and fucking opened up multiple universes within itself.
But the guy who plays Simon Dean's dad on Supernatural, he just came out and said that he wants to play that.
Who is that actor? I feel like I know who I've seen him the other day because I just started watching Supernatural.
I know what his name.
Y'all might hate me for this, but you know what TV I wouldn't mind them bringing back Smallville.
Actually, John's mom, my roommate.
Yeah, I know. I
started watching Smallville.
Last time I hung out with you, I was at your house like an hour before you knew watching Smallville with her.
She finished Smallville and she started watching Gotham. And she finished Gotham and now she's watching Arrow.
I've never finished Gotham.
I never did.
So the Arrowverse has a show called Crisis on Infinite Earths, and they brought it back in Smallville.
Yeah.
And they also brought in like
is that the one where
Superman.
Is that the one where they reference him like where he wears the mask in Smallville? Because I know in Arrow he doesn't wear a mask really, and then in Smallville it shows Arrow and he's got a mask on.
I think the Smallville Superman only has like a small
got you
role in it, but
got you. Well, see what fucks with me about Gotham is I don't know how canon that is because. Fucking, I don't know. It's just they have weird shit like Barbara. Barbara is Gordon's daughter.
Yeah.
Barbara becomes Batgirl. Barbara gets shot by the Joker thinking he killed her. He paralyzes her. She becomes the Oracle for Batman, helps him does his research. But in Gotham, Barbara becomes Harley Quinn. When Harley Quinzel, the Doctor is the one that becomes Harley Quinn. So it's kind of fucking weird.
That's also like they're saying that the Joker that's in Gotham.
Understandable.
They're saying that's not the actual Joker. That's the
Well, see, there was two twin brothers in Gotham, and one of the brothers died, and the other one became the Joker. He split his fucking cheeks and everything.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, it kind of fucks with me because you're kind of messing up a little bit of the storyline with the certain way you're doing stuff.
What if
I feel like Eric? I don't
what
know.
if James? Because obviously Barbara Gordon is younger than James than Batman. So what if James like names his daughter that he eventually has
what
Barbara?
They did is they now Barbara had a daughter or whatever, or Gordon had a daughter and named it Barbara. So I think that's where they were working in. This is Batgirl. But see, it was fucking with me because Harley Quinzel didn't become Harley Quinn, and I didn't understand that because Harley Quinzel, the Doctor, is the one that got
I could be
tricked
wrong
into
here,
it. What?
But I know in the cartoon series wasn't Batwoman
Batgirl?
Alfred's niece or some shit.
Batgirl.
Yeah, Batgirl.
That was in the one yeah, that was in the George Clooney version.
Yeah, that was what George Clooney
Robin was from.
And then they had the dude who plays Arrow now is the dude who played Robin in that. The dude, his family died in the fucking carnival accident.
Stephen Amell played Robin in that?
If I'm correct, they look exactly the fucking same. If you go and look at the actors, I'm correct. That's him when he was younger. Because that's the one that had it had Arnold Schwarzenegger in it because he played Dr. Freeze, and it had I can't remember the actress that played Poison Ivy, and then it had Bane in it.
I thought it had Penguin.
No, the Penguin was the one with it had the Penguin and Catwoman in it. And then you had the one that had the Riddler and Two-Face in it, which is actually the one I'm talking about. So the one that had
I ain't gonna lie, I think
Batgirl in it is the one that had Two-Face and the Riddler in it.
I think the Riddler is the most underrated villain.
He is, bro. Enigma is fucking underrated as hell.
And if I'm correct, I think in Gotham doesn't he play like one of the he plays a forensic detective or some shit like that.
He's one of the most twisted motherfuckers in there. Like the most twisted shit I seen was when the Penguin fed his like somebody's parents or somebody's kids to their parents or to their kids and shit. Like the Penguin in that fucking movie is depicted great. Did you know the Penguin has a fake eye?
Yes.
Which is why he wears a monocle. I never knew that. I never knew he had a fake eye.
The actor who played Robin was Chris O'Donnell.
Okay, so I was wrong.
So that's the guy who plays that one character off of like NCIS, right?
Yes, I know you're. I know you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, but dude, I love that Batman. Even though George Clooney shouldn't play Batman, I love that Batman.
It's just the nipples that ruined the whole thing.
Thinking about NCIS made me think. Hey, have you guys seen Criminal Minds?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Spencer would have to be in our TV series. I'm sorry, he would have to.
Spencer would definitely.
He would have to play some. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, you know who could play Loki? The dude who plays Columbus in Zombieland, because he played Lex Luthor. He played Lex Luthor in fucking Superman versus Batman versus Superman. Dude, that is the best fucking human depiction of Lex Luthor I've ever seen. His descent into fucking madness was perfect for that fucking role.
I think the dude who plays Tennessee.
Yeah.
Woody
Harrelson.
Is it Tennessee or Tallahassee?
It's Tallahassee.
Tallahassee. He could play one of the dark humored generals for like
God, one of the Legion commanders.
Like they're all like taking stuff. He's like blow the motherfucker's head back.
Right. Dude, have you seen the new Venom movie? He's playing Carnage. Yeah. The new Venom movie called Venom Let There Be Carnage. Bro, that's gonna be off the chain. I watched the first Venom movie the other day.
Supposed to be in there.
Yeah, he's gonna make a cameo in there.
That's why.
Because I believe now a lot of people are gonna get pissed off at me if I'm wrong here, which I might be wrong, but throughout my years of learning about superheroes, from what I've learned is Carnage is a mixture of Peter Parker's blood mixed with venom coming together.
I believe so.
And then
which is what they tried to do in Venom 3. I mean, Spider-Man 3.
Yeah.
Can we do in my TV series? I want to do a cameo to Robert Williams.
Can we never make a Tobey Maguire Venom ever again? By the way, that was fucking horrid.
He was a good Spider-Man, but he was a terrible Peter Parker.
I didn't even like him as fucking Spider-Man.
I think he was a decent.
Wait, I named the wrong actor off.
Who?
The
dude who played that 70 show. The dude who played Venom.
The dude who played Eric.
Yeah.
Yeah, that dude was a Venom.
Yeah, that's my bad.
Venom,
don't play him as Venom again, because the Venom movie you guys made after you made that's fucking Venom. He's fucking 6'6", fucking teeth hanging out, tongue hanging out, shit like that. That fucking little scrawny ass shit that they did in that first movie when they brought Venom in, I was like, that's weak as fuck. That's not what Venom looks like or will ever look like.
Right.
Like that, but I did watch the new Venom, that one Venom movie with Tom Hardy in it a couple weeks ago. I bought it. It's fucking badass, bro. It's pretty dope.
So who would you say is the best Spider-Man?
Who would I say is the best Spider-Man? I like Tom Holland. I really like him because he looks young enough to be that high school kid that is Spider-Man. I don't like Tobey Maguire because of his cry face. That ruined the whole movie for me.
Did you play the first Spider-Man?
Yep. I don't like him. If he wouldn't have cried like that, I wouldn't have had a problem. But when he's like,
hey, bro, I don't give a fuck what anybody says, though, dude. Everybody, I don't give a fuck how old you are. Everybody thought it was cool as shit when that bully tried to hit that fucking play, and the
motherfucker was like, boom, and fucking blocked it with that goddamn tray and shit. Wow.
The only thing I don't like in the Tom Holland universe is they haven't mentioned Uncle Ben at all.
Because how many times you want this man to get shot, Eric?
I'm not saying why he get shot, but at least recognize that he had a spot.
Shot people in the fucking superhero universe is fucking Bruce Wayne's parents and goddamn Uncle Ben. Okay, you leave him alone.
At least recognize that Uncle Ben had the spot.
Spider-Man, and Eric would not let her finish that movie where Uncle Ben gets shot because it was too sad. He didn't let her finish it.
Such an emotional scene.
You better fucking show her how gritty the world's gonna be and what made Spider-Man, motherfucker.
I eventually let her watch.
Tweet that one around of Uncle Ben every time a new Spider-Man comes in. He's like, how many times y'all gonna have me get shot?
Yeah.
He's like, how many times?
So last thing we were talking about before the camera died and we got busy fucking with a punching bag was talking about Loki in the movie of what we would create and shit like that. So what fights, my question for this is, what fights do you anticipate like wanting to see if it actually happened? Like what gods do you think would have the most epic fucking battle to where it's just breaking buildings just by their fists clashing together?
Or like Zeus all the way, bro.
Zeus and Odin?
Yeah.
Zeus and Odin would be a pretty nasty fight.
I say Jesus and Lucy.
I feel like I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but this is going to be disrespectful. I feel like every other religion and every other god would mollywop the fuck out of Jesus and his daddy. Like, you don't never hear about them doing nothing fucking like power-wise besides, creating life and shit like that. But you don't never... He brings plagues and shit and fucking floods and shit. Like, bro, what are you going to do with a flood?
That motherfucker smited a whole ass town.
With what?
I didn't get that deep into the Bible.
With fucking water. He drowned them.
No, I think it was with lightning.
With lightning?
No, fire.
He caused fire to happen.
Yeah, fire and brimstone.
Fire is a natural fucking thing.
I'm just saying fire and brimstone, dude.
Okay, so no. Hold on, because we're getting into this argument now. Okay, so fire and brimstone. Okay, let's do this then. Fire and brimstone. Who are they going to call for fire and brimstone? Ares. You think he's fucking worried about fire and brimstone? He brings fire and brimstone.
I'm just saying, bro.
I'm just saying. There's a counteraction for everything. You want to flood something? That's cool. Bring Poseidon in. We'll see who can push water better. Poseidon can walk on water also.
Gods that do each individual thing, and then you got God over here who's like fire, brimstone, and a flood.
Here's a couple bugs.
Yeah.
I don't think the bugs. We'll see if you did do the bugs. Literally, the counteraction for the. Hey.
Good.
Can we continue?
Now you're
Scared
good.
the fuck
If
out.
there were bugs, like if you brought the plague, you could send any Egyptian god into there because one of their things is the plague, so you'd fight bug with bug, right? So if they bring out locusts, Odin can bring out ravens or some shit like that. The birds eat the bugs. See what I mean? Some weird shit like that going on or whatever.
But anyways, what about Thor versus Hercules?
Thor versus Hercules would be pretty nasty. So
are we talking about in the movie?
But who do you think would win that fight?
Are we talking about later in the series
Thor.
when they would get into their fucking argument?
When they're clashing?
Each god against each god?
Yes.
Okay.
So when they're clashing like that, who do you think would win in a fight between Hercules and Thor? I would have to say Thor. Just because of the hammer.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, Thor's hammer can only be wielded by people who what? Have goodwill.
Yeah.
You can't have an ounce of evil in you, an ounce of hatred. So do you think Hercules would be able to wield the hammer?
Doesn't he have anger issues?
Hercules used to, when Zeus wouldn't let him become one of the people standing on Olympus.
That could come back, though.
It could, but he's already gotten over it. He sits with his father in Olympus.
I mean, yeah, but things come back to bite you in the ass sometimes.
So this is just a what-if situation.
I would have to say Thor.
Would Thor even give Hercules a chance to wield it, though?
The question is,
did he give
that
Captain
don't
a
mean
chance to
shit.
wield it?
Captain didn't have the chance to wield it. He just picked it up because he knew he had to fight for good, and that gave him the willpower and the strength to pick that up.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is I don't think Thor would let it sit on the ground long enough for Hercules to even...
But what if, say Thor's doing that little wind-up where he's spinning his shit, and Hercules comes across, boom, and macks him, and drops his hammer.
It.
Yeah, or he throws it at him, and Hercules just like, boom, and it fucking pins his hand to the wall, but then he fucking lifts it up and launches that bitch right back at him. You know what I mean?
The only thing here's the reason why I think Thor would win. Now y'all I could be wrong on this. Doesn't he have the speed? Can't he like run fast?
I believe Thor's pretty fast, but he doesn't need to run fast. He can literally teleport with lightning.
Well, see, that's what I was going to say.
That and his hammer can teleport.
His hammer can, yeah.
And teleport. Two things he already has on fucking... Hercules is just strong.
And he has lightning.
Yeah. Isn't Hercules just strong?
Hercules just has immense strength, yeah.
And then you also got to think, Hercules is also part human.
Yeah, he's a demigod.
So the things that he's going to be able to stand aren't going to be up to the level of what Thor and them can stand.
Right. Well, to an extent, his god parts would be able to deal with it. But if there's parts of his body, like the organs in his body, that deal with even a little bit of human reaction, he's going to have a lot of internal damage.
Oh, yeah, because one of them will boom.
Right to the fucking gut. Yeah.
Isn't the only way they kill Hercules, though, is Achilles' heel?
No, that's Achilles.
Oh, he has a weak spot. That
Hercules?
Yeah.
I can't remember. But Achilles' heel came from the god Achilles. Achilles was dipped into the fountain of life
what is Hercules?
By a goddess. But when she was holding him, she was holding one of his heels. And he was in the middle of a fight, and he got shot by an arrow in his heel, and his Achilles tendon and his Achilles heel, because that's the only part the goddess didn't touch when she dipped him into the water. And that's what killed him. So Achilles is a completely different god.
I could have swore Hercules has something like
Hercules
that. Hercules
has a weakness. Everybody has a weakness, but it's not his Achilles' heel. Because Achilles' heel comes from the god Achilles, who died in war.
Doesn't it work like the same way to where like he won't really get injured unless it's in that spot?
Well, I mean, I believe so, but you got to think about it. The only way to kill a god or a demigod is for another god or another demigod to kill them. A human cannot kill a god. A demigod can kill a demigod, and a god can kill a god.
Right.
It's like in Lucifer, the only way to kill a god or an angel was through that fucking sword.
Yep, because it's a holy sword.
Yeah.
You have to have a holy object, or you have to be holy yourself to kill a god or a demigod.
What if it was a nuke?
Nukes wouldn't work.
Like, at all?
No, they would have no effect. On a higher power, something that lives off of something that doesn't need blood, brain, heart, or anything to live, no, that wouldn't work. It would have no effect on them.
I feel like they would at least hurt them.
They'd rub the fucking radioactivity off of their shoulder and be like, "Oh, that's crazy."
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. It ain't gonna kill me. I mean, it might fuck them up.
I don't think it even fuck
I
them
think
up.
the initial blast would like do something.
I don't think do you know why I think it wouldn't fuck them up? You have to think about the power the gods hold. Zeus literally throws lightning bolts, like things that we can only see bouncing up, not coming down. You know what I'm saying? Like the immense power they hold within themselves, they can take a fucking nuke and shrug that shit off. Like, you got to think about it. Zeus and Thor. Okay, so Thor can look up and see what Hercules' fucking shit is. Thor can fly so fast he can part clouds. Do you realize that it would take like over 12 kilotons of TNT to move a fucking cloud? He's doing that just by flying. Like, imagine getting hit with a nuke. That's nothing to him, bro. Like,
wait, is that like legit?
Yeah.
How do they test it?
I watch death battles. Okay, now death battles, they put different like superheroes and people against each other, but they measure their strengths by showing shit. So it's like they had one where it was somebody was flying and they were telling how fast he was flying just by how he moved the clouds. They showed how much power you would need to move a fucking cloud. So you have to think, if these motherfuckers are moving clouds and they're throwing out millions times more power than a nuke, that's just going to piss them off.
So I got a question. Who do y'all think Buddha would go up against?
Buddha wouldn't fight. Buddha would be the pacifist word of the wise. Buddha would be the god that the other gods go to be like, I need help. What am I to do? Because Buddha's not a fighter. That's why Buddha's story, he literally sat on a hill for thousands of years in passive, or what is the fucking word? Being passive. He
pacifist.
Yeah, Buddha's not a fighter at all.
Well,
There's nothing violent about Buddha.
What?
The only flaw I can find, and I've been looking at this for a while, is his wrath. Is that he just gets angry?
Yeah, he fights with anger. That's right. He fights with anger, and he doesn't think about anything, which allows him to be fucked up. Because when you fight with anger, you have no strategy in your brain. You just swing to swing.
So you definitely wouldn't get the hammer then.
No, he definitely wouldn't get the hammer because that anger wouldn't allow him to. That anger, the Yormonger would sense that anger in its handle, and he would be like, and Yormonger would just state, no, it's not happening at all. But yeah, like, if you should start watching death battles. They have a bunch of different like superheroes going against other people. Like, you know, they have you know who Darkseid is? They have Darkseid versus Thanos when he's running the Infinity Gauntlet and shit like that. Like, and what they do is they systematically take it and they run it 1,000 times in a battle, and whoever has the most wins, they make a little animation of these motherfuckers fighting using their abilities. But before that, they give you like. Yeah. Before that, they give you the preview of like, this is so and so. He's done this, and this. Right. He's known for this, and this. He's created an explosion this big. This mountain is roughly this high. This explosion has this much amount of force just because of how high the cloud is compared to how high this mountain is. You know what I'm saying? Like, a bunch of scientific shit into it when they start breaking it down. Because they go through and they watch different movies to see what certain people can do and what they can't do. And then they
read the comic books too.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it. But yeah, that would be my shit. I would want to see. I would definitely want to see Anubis and Hades go at it, bro.
Yeah,
that would be a badass fight. Just waves of zombies clashing into each other. It's fucking Hades and Anubis throwing souls at one another and they're clashing in the air and shit.
No matter what, though, at the beginning of the fight, Hades is gonna look dope as fuck because he has his 3-headed.
Cerberus.
Yeah. He's gonna look dope as fuck.
Yeah, he'd be riding in on Cerberus, bro. Like,
imagine the fucking Mortal Kombat, just a Greek gods.
Bro, that'd be nasty.
I'm kind of surprised they haven't came out with that, to be honest.
Well, they got Smite, which I like Smite a lot, even though it pisses me off. Hi-Rez, I love your game, but god damn it. Stop with all these fucking people that do nothing but play it all day. Like, that shit gets on my nerves. I play the game to have fun, but I can't have fun because every time I get on the game, I'm up against a bunch of motherfuckers that play the game every goddamn day and know everything about every fucking character, and they fucking annihilate me, and I'm just like, why don't you play ranked? Why are you playing normal game modes that motherfuckers are trying to get into this game on instead of playing ranked? You're getting 45 kills a fucking game. The nearest person to you has 6 fucking kills. Play ranked, bro. Like, get the fuck out of this lobby with people that don't know what they're doing.
What?
Nope. Not listening to that shit ever again. Who was that? Let me give you a shout out real quick. Nope. Who was it? Somebody who spelled queen with a V. I'm not giving you a shout out because you don't know how to spell proper. That shit be killing me. You see all these motherfuckers putting X's in their name? Oh, this is, my name's Connor, I got an X on the O though, so it's fucking, you look retarded. You look dyslexic.
That used to be like an early, like, scene thing.
Nah, well, it was, and now rappers started doing it in their names. There's a bunch of rappers out there that have X's in their names, and they fucking pronounce their names like how it's supposed to be, except there's an X in it. I'm like, that's not how you say that. Like DMX, that's how you say that. Right. You don't say DMX. You don't, not how that goes. You don't put DMR and say, I'm DMX. No. Stop it. DMR. What's up with all you motherfuckers being little? Why you want to be Lil Lysol and fucking Lil Windex, Lil Uzi Vert, and fucking Little Toy Boat, whatever the fucking...
Lil Yachty.
I don't get it, bro. Like, back then, you had motherfuckers, you had Big Scoob. You had fucking Big Sean. You had Big this, Big that, Big this, Big that. Now all these motherfuckers out here is like, I'm Lil so-and-so. I'm Lil Face Tats. I'm Lil Fuckboy. Like,
literally, I think the only person who can actually use the Lil is Lil Dicky, because it's a play on his dick.
It's size. A play on him having a little dick, yeah, which is understandable. I get that.
I say Lil Wayne, because Lil Wayne kind of is the one that started the whole thing.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure it was Lil before him, but yeah, he was a big part of that coming out. Was Lil Wayne? No, it's just Lil Wayne. That's just what he called himself.
There was probably somebody that...
I have no idea. I don't know anything about Lil Wayne except for the fact that he says he's a blood, but he repped blue in a fucking song.
He repped blue in a couple of them.
Yeah, that shit kills me because he's like, blood this, blood that, and then motherfuckers was posting up pictures of him wearing all blue in a video, and I'm like, ooh, you gonna die. You better calm down. That false flagging will get you fucked up.
You know how you knew 6ix9ine was a pervert? Because he has 6ix9ine at the end of his name.
That doesn't mean he's a pervert. He's just 69. Immature. He's just immature. He's just a 12-year-old. Which I believe he's 12. I believe 6ix9ine's fucking 12. I don't believe he's in his 20s. He was 12.
I can't believe you had me name last episode 69.
That was actually him.
That was me, yeah. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm not fucking childish and immature. I know that. I know that for a fact. I'm proud to be childish and immature. But I would never get up there and be like, I'm fucking, throw that ass down 69 420, blaze it, dude. Yeah, that's me all day. Like, I don't understand dumb fucking names. I don't get it.
No.
Still working on my force powers. Give me a second.
Like, his arm is trembling. Like, you can tell how hard he's trying. Yeah, become one with yourself, Chris.
I'm starting to see the little vein.
Love yourself. Love yourself. Too much hate. Can't do it. Fuck. My gut's in the way. Hey, how you doing?
Keep on went from saying too much hate to too much Taco Bell.
Y'all ready to hear some fat man grunts? God damn it, it's still underneath me. Come on, you son of a bitch.
Put off the soundboard.
Yeah. Got it.
Thanks.
Mission accomplished.
It would have made it.
I'd have been like, you're getting that one.
Take that.
Right.
So, anyways, getting back to the series, we still need to tell them what we think our ending should be.
I've been thinking on that. I don't know. It'd be weird because, like we said, we were going to do alternate endings. So, like...
Okay, what should the ending of the series should be?
Well, that'd be hard to do because we're intertwining Loki with that. So it'd be hard to throw an ending on that. That's why I'm saying our ending would be our final movie. To bring everything to that final close. You know what I'm saying?
So what would be the ending of the series then?
The ending of the series would be the cliffhanger that draws out to the final movie. Like everybody's down, you know, we're only down to our last few gods and of the heavens and gods of the underworld and shit.
Or should we do it how we leave a cliffhanger and then the movie takes place so many years further down, well, like the first 10 minutes or 20 minutes is flashbacks of what's happened and all this shit.
Right. Yeah, or somebody like one of the humans laying in bed and he has like PTSD from all the shit that's went down and he's fucking like, or he's a what do you call him? A clairvoyant. and he's laying in bed, and like he's getting like images flashing through his mind of what's to come. Like the biggest battle is not yet here, and it's the final gods.
What if like the season like end on the cliffhanger, but like it's like what happened with Infinity War and Endgame. There's a pause of like no action or no battles.
It's just all
and then
calm.
that guy's going through that whole thing.
Yeah, Doctor Strange, where he's watching it a million times.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty nasty. I never watched it, but he was like, I've watched this a million times, and there's no good outcome. And I'm like, God damn.
I know the best way to leave this is a cliffhanger. One of the humans wake up, like say like the last like couple episodes, like the wars died down, and it looks like it's over.
Yeah.
And then at the end, you just hear fucking Super just bark.
Yeah.
Like right when he wakes up, bro, and it's just do.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah, that'd be dope. With that little fucking bass drop at the end of it where it's the bark and it's fucking drops out, and that should be nasty. Fuck yeah, that should be wicked. I think they should take a lot of the art styles from God of War too if they're gonna do that. Because Hades in God of War looked fucking nasty.
Well, see, here's the thing: are we gonna make it kind of like an animated one?
Yeah, it would definitely have to be an animated one.
Live action.
It would definitely have to be an animated one. You would throw so much money into CGI and special effects.
I get that, but I feel like it'd be pretty fucking dope.
It'd be dope as fuck if it was live action.
But also then again,
yeah, but live action never plays out how you want it to be.
So then I would say the voice actor of Zeus would have to be The Rock, hands down. The Rock.
I don't think his voice is deep enough for that.
I would have to say Sean Connery. Sean Connery would be Zeus because he has the deep voice and he has the accent. I don't really know what a Greek accent sounds like. I don't know how Greek sounded back then. But Sean Connery would be pretty dope. Sean Connery is the white fucking Morgan Freeman.
Who,
You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah. Oh, God can be played by Morgan Freeman, bro.
God can be played by Morgan Freeman, yes.
It legally has to be.
I'm saying this. All I want is I want a cameo to Robert Williams in there.
There
I got
is
a
a
question
guy.
real fast. Hold on, I got a question real fast. ADHD just kicked in. If you could have one person narrate your life, who would it be?
That was asked way too
I
fast.
want to. We have done this.
Morgan Freeman or Robert Williams, hands down.
What about you?
Serious parts of my life, Morgan Freeman. Funny parts, Robert Williams.
I feel like I'd want like my favorite comedian to do it.
Fluffy would not be doing. I take that back. Ron White would not be illustrating my life.
Yeah, I don't think I could have Tom Segura talking about me. He gets raunchy.
My favorite comedian is Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart's pretty funny though. I like Kevin Hart.
Like
he can play one of the messengers.
He could too. He'd play. Let's see. If I'm correct, it's Mercury and Apollo are both goofy, like play around goofy. So he'd be. I think I'd give him the role of fucking Mercury.
But how I was saying how we could throw fucking Robert Williams in here.
Oh,
Robert Williams could have been one of the chosen ones. But say he died or something
Yeah.
I mean, no offense, other than suicide, probably say something else.
Right.
Because that's the last thing got him.
there is that guy that sounds directly like Robert.
Yeah, he does little like snippets and shit of him.
He almost looks like him too.
He looks damn near just like him when he dresses up as him. Yeah. He sounds like the genie. He can sound like fucking what's that one where he was an alien?
When where he was an alien?
Robin Williams was an alien. It was a very old show. It was on when my mom was younger.
I know what you're talking about. Like
Mork and Mindy? Is it Mork and Mindy? I think it is.
It might be.
Because Mork, that was Robin Williams. He was an alien, and Mindy was a girl that took him in, knew he was an alien and shit. And there was he had multiple personalities in his head and shit. And there's one episode where he's a 12-year-old kid. It's fucking hilarious, bro, because he's running around in a high-pitched voice Robin Williams does, and he's just childish as fuck, right? Eating candy, fucking shit up. It's fucking great, dude.
Have you seen the photo store movie with Robin Williams?
Yeah, the one that's dark, bro. The one where he makes some people fuck on the bed in front of him. He's taking pictures of them.
I'm highly surprised he did that.
Oh yeah, that got dark, but it shows you how dark his mind is and what he's not scared to deal with.
I mean, yeah.
That was a good movie. It was fucking weird though.
Compared to everything else that he's done, is almost completely out of character.
Yeah, I mean, I watched him in Pan. You know what I mean? I watched him in Peter Pan, and then I seen him in that, and I was like, oh god.
I think everybody in this room will agree with me. When Robin Williams died, a piece of childhood went with him.
Oh, yeah, I think I actually cried.
Definitely.
I didn't cry.
I mean, I wanted to, but I was like, I mean, if it was,
I gotta stay strong for Rob, bro.
Right, Aladdin needs me. I do.
Speaking of Aladdin, I saw the new one yesterday.
It sucks.
It ain't that bad.
I didn't.
I kind of fucks with it.
I didn't care for it.
Look. I know that Will Smith did an interview saying, he's not here to try to top Robert Williams. He said, not even that. I think
Will Smith's genie looks like absolute fucking garbage.
But you also got to look at it from this way too. Robert Williams would have too. You got to think it is a live action version.
No.
They could have done so much better with CGI and everything.
But see, that's what we're not saying that it was bad for him. We're just saying like how they put the genie together and how they put his face on the genie looked like fucking trash.
Yeah.
Like they could have done a lot better than that, especially with the money
was good.
Like I think the way that he interpreted the genie, bro, spot on.
Yeah, his interpretation of the genie was fucking great, but he looked fucked up. He looked like somebody photoshopped him onto the genie. Whole fucking movie. But and I was just like, why would you do that?
I'm not gonna see who approved it not to like it.
Like they've used CGI in there's one movie that Will Smith's in. It's either recently just came out or it's coming out. Where he's fighting his younger self.
Oh yeah.
Like they CGI'd him young as fuck. Why couldn't you CGI his face onto Genie like that instead of like? Because you see where the face connect, it just doesn't look right.
I'm gonna go here and say this. To me, I mean, it's a great movie. Like I'm not gonna sit here and say watch it or don't watch it. But in my eyes, I feel like that they could have put so much more money in a lot of that movie.
Well, there's a lot of movies out there that are like that.
But I just feel like Aladdin was like right in that gray area of a grade A film, right? And a B-level film.
You know what they need to make a live action of? The Lost City of Atlantis.
Naruto.
I've been saying that for fucking years, and they still haven't done it.
They have the perfect actors to play it.
No.
What?
No.
What?
I grew up watching that shit. You will not disrespect that movie like that.
What are you talking about? They have the perfect actors for it.
They can have the perfect actor for fucking anything, bro.
As long as they go by how the fucking cartoon went by, I have no problem.
You think that's gonna happen?
Well, of course it's not gonna fucking happen. If it was gonna fucking happen, they'd have made it already.
I feel like whenever you make the live action version of it animated, you should literally just take scene by scene.
But see, you should. Because if you watch fucking Suicide Note, the live action, yeah, it was good, but it was fucking garbage at the same time compared to the anime.
Right.
Y'all been talking for 26 minutes. His camera shut off and back on already.
Fuck it.
Just hit record. Is this one still recording?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll just keep going then.
But but here's what y'all gotta understand, bro. Sorry,
Don't hurt me from the other camera. Don't act like you didn't.
We have some camera issues, but the thing is with our generations of movies, cartoons that we grew up on, there was so much sexual puns and dirty.
That's why they need to remake them for adults like us, because we get it.
What I'm saying is, we got too many safe places, and that can't be said anymore. That can't be said. They're not gonna do it, or if they do, they're gonna fuck it up. Just like the whole. I saw this video about Lilo and Stitch, the one that we grew up on. They showed the actual TV, the actual movie that we grew up on, and then they showed the one on Disney Plus. They took out and replaced so much shit in it. It's crazy. Like in ours, she got in like the washing machine, and this one she got in a fucking pizza box up on a shelf. Like there's just so much shit that.
It's because she was bent over. It's because her ass was showing right there. It's because she was bending over into the dryer, and the back view is of her bending into it, and it shows her ass right there. And it's too sexual for kids. But it's not sexual until you make it sexual. When you announce that as a sexual scene at that point, you made it a sexual scene. Kids don't understand sexuality at that point.
My thing is, what grown-ass dude caught that as sexual?
Right. What grown-ass dude is watching kid movies like, I seen half a fucking boob.
What's the
pussy ass parents. Pussy ass parents like you is the reason your fucking kids is growing up in these safe spaces, because motherfuckers can't say shit because it hurts their goddamn feelings, and they feel like they can have a fucking opinion that overrides everybody's assholes.
What's the movie with the two dogs where they're sharing the spaghetti?
That's Lady and the Tramp.
Yeah.
One of the editors early put a naked chick with her boobs hanging out in it as a joke that accidentally made the final cut.
I don't remember seeing any boobs in that movie.
Well, it was like a hidden thing, but like if you pause it at a certain point, you can see it in one of the windows.
Well, I mean, look at the Goofy movie. That fucking dog bitch had huge ass titties.
That was a work of art.
That was a work of art. I love it. It's a leaning tower of Jesus.
I love that word.
Dude, I shared a meme the other day. It had Goofy and his son. He was like, Max? He's like, Dad? And then it had Donald and Mickey standing next to each other, and Donald looks over at Mickey. He was like, Goofy fucks? And then Mickey was like, Goofy fucks.
Yeah, dude, like, it's so crazy. Like, that's what I hate, though. Like, everything's changing. You can't say this, you can't say that. I mean, I feel like the stuff that we grew up watching was just so great. You know what I mean?
Like, yeah. You can't put Powerpuff Girls back on TV now.
They did, though.
Yeah, but with a different animation, it's completely different. You can't have the old shit we had. Like Samurai Jack. We can't have Samurai Jack out now unless it's turned into an actual anime because it's too violent for children.
They actually made Powerpuff Girls closer to the original than what they did with Teen Titans Go.
Fuck Teen Titans Go. Whoever fucking approved that at Cartoon Network, you should be fucking rolled up in a rug and set on fire.
Well, from what I saw, Robin is actually aware. Like the Robin character in Teen Titans. He's aware of the better version of the Teen Titans.
Yeah, he breaks fourth wall.
Yeah.
Because he references the old Teen Titans.
And like they watched an episode in one of the episodes too on their screen of the original. I think that I just thought was great and funny how they're like
that's good that they're fucking throwing cameos in there, but they need to go back to the original shit, bro. Because this new little kitty fucking shit, bro, like. And people are like, what does it matter to you? You're fucking 26. Yeah, I'm 26, but I love superheroes, and fucking Teen Titans was what I grew up on. It's one of the best fucking superhero shows ever.
I still want to watch it.
Yeah, motherfucker. Like, Deadpool is not a fucking kid's show either, and y'all want to take your fucking kids to it because he's a superhero. He's not a superhero. Let me tell you that. He's a fucking mercenary. He goes where the fucking money's at. He's not evil. He's not good. You know what I mean?
But not even that. I know we grew up and watched our TV shows were so racist.
I was watching. Sexual. My grandpa had me watching.
They were so much worse when our parents were kids.
Dude, my grandpa had me watching 007 GoldenEye shit. I was seeing titties every fucking day, dude.
I watched that when I was a kid too.
Bro, I was watching fucking the Titanic where it was fucking literally bitch was fucking in the back of a car, bro. Like, and now all these motherfuckers are like, oh, fucking no nipples on Facebook.
And then
fuck you! I shared titty pics the other day on Facebook 3 times.
They were watching cartoons literally commit suicide on TV.
Yeah,
you know.
Like, have you seen the new fucking SpongeBob? How dark that shit has gotten?
No.
Yeah, there was a fucking point where fucking Patrick or whatever was talking to SpongeBob, and he literally rips SpongeBob's face off, and then it cuts into like a freaky fucking like you see the muscles in his eyes and shit as he's staring into the camera, and I'm like. SpongeBob never fucking did that to children. Ever.
We all thought they were gay.
No.
SpongeBob. I thought Squidward was kind of gay. Only dude I knew that likes to play clarinet.
Has extreme passion for clarinet.
Yeah. Fucking, yeah, whatever. Fucking clarinet trash.
Just like when, I think it's in... Mermaid, My Little Mermaid, or The Little Mermaid, whatever the fuck.
The Little Mermaid, My Little Mermaid. You mean My Little Pony?
No, I can't fucking remember. The Little Mermaid, where that preacher has a boner in it. I think he's like doing.
So hold on, I got a question. Why does the whiteboard say "Why is Hulu racist"?
That was Chaz Tommy for Quickies.
Okay. My bad.
I don't remember.
We never got to
I just looked over and I was like, I seen the word racist and I was like, what? And he was like, why is Hulu racist? And I was like, oh, I didn't know.
They didn't have a show that I wanted on there.
Oh, so they're automatically racist.
Oh, you said something like a majority of the leads were like black or white or something, and then you're like, oh, that makes Hulu racist and. I don't know. It was like 2 years ago.
If you want to get into the discussion about it, blackwashing and whitewashing, like I said earlier, is a thing where they take white actors and replace them with black people.
No, I think that's what it was. I think the majority of the movies and TV shows on Hulu are of white people.
Speaking of this fucking blackwashing and whitewashing shit, have y'all seen the fucking videos or whatever is coming out for the live action Teen Titans movie?
No.
You mean the TV series? That's on.
Is it a TV series? Is it
Starfire's Black?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, now everybody's about to get on my shit. Like, oh, fuck, what does it matter about the color of skin? Because Starfire is not white or black. She's orange.
Yeah.
She's a fucking alien. Get it fucking right, bro. You can take a black actress and put fucking orange body paint on her and make her look the fucking same, bro.
Right.
Just because you got all these SJWs shoved up your fucking ass and you don't want to offend nobody. Oh, well, we got to make this, and we got to make this. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Stop it, bro. That shit's dumb as fuck to me.
I just hate how they're just trying to change a bunch of shit that we grew up on.
Yeah, bro. Like, and don't get me wrong, I don't care that they just put a little black girl as the sister in The Little Mermaid. I don't care. But explain that to your kids. Explain to your kids why Neptune is white, there is no other black mermaids, and there's a little black mermaid. Explain that to your fucking kid.
Like, look, like Looney Tunes ain't never been fucked with.
No, they have not.
I mean, other than when they made Baby Tunes or whatever.
Baby Tunes, yeah.
Yeah.
That wasn't bad.
I ain't gonna lie, that was kind of my shit, though.
That was a little kid show, and I fucked with it.
It's crazy. Like, Cat in the Hat ain't never been fucked with.
Right, except for when they made it live action.
That was actually kind of good, though. My phone ain't on me. How do I look at myself?
When he turns to look at himself.
What the fuck are you doing?
I could have swore Donald Duck was great in this.
No.
He might be. You never know. You might
This
wanna
is
fast
Steven
forward
Spielberg's version, so it's like darker.
Oh, I don't know. But yeah, definitely cut that out of the podcast because I don't want everybody thinking, oh,
Obviously.
fucking Chris is fucking racist. Yeah, because totally. Let me tell you what, my black ex-girlfriend believes that.
We probably had like a couple lawsuits against us.
Cause my black cousins, yeah. Every time someone tells me I'm racist, I'm like, you're hilarious, bro. Because I've dated more black girls. I've dated white girls. Get the fuck out of here.
But the Baby Tunes or whatever the fuck it was called as a kid,
Yeah,
that was one of my favorite
that
shows.
shit was
to
lit.
watch.
I love that. Or when they made the fucking edgy version of the Looney Tunes where they were superheroes. You remember that?
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Just like Tom and Jerry used
I
to
don't
be
think
a
that lasted,
whole-
though.
Used to be a
Yeah.
propaganda.
Yeah, yeah. Did you know that the last episode ever of Tom and Jerry, they commit suicide?
Did they?
They stand on the train tracks and they smoke a cigarette together as the train hits them. The very last episode of Tom and Jerry that was ever made.
But then they decided not to air that though.
Yeah, they decided not to air it, but that was gonna be the last
See, I
episode.
don't get that, bro. Like, if you guys are already made it.
Well, it's because you don't want to throw death into it. Like they show these kids are laughing because this cat's getting hurt, but then he's okay, you know. But kids understand at that point the thing of death. So throwing that in there, the kids are gonna be like, they're not on anymore. Like they're gonna understand that.
Yeah, Donald Duck's great.
Are you sure it's Donald?
That's like Daffy.
Yeah, Donald's Mickey Mouse and shit. Daffy is. Yeah, that's Daffy Duck, my guy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Donald Duck is white and he talks with that fucking weird ass.
But doesn't he do that too though?
No. He talks with a lisp.
Suffering Thuckatas.
Oh,
That's Sylvester.
yeah, Sylvester.
Is that?
That's Sylvester the cat. Thuffer
Yeah.
and Thuckatash.
I swear that. Fucking,
I thought I saw a putty tad. Yeah, that's Sylvester the cat. I can't remember any references that Daffy Duck made, but yeah, he's the one that talked with a lisp.
He's the one that's usually always 95% of the time with Bugs Bunny.
Yeah. It's rabbit season, duck season, rabbit season, duck season, duck season, rabbit season, blow, and blows his fucking bill backwards. I fucking love those.
I love it, and then
cartoons.
he just looks at me and just.
He's like, I hate you.
They should come out with another Looney Tunes movie. Like that was part animation.
They're
part.
actually coming out with another Space Jam.
I saw that.
And it's going to have LeBron in it, I believe. LeBron's going to be the main one in that one.
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that.
Damn, he just died.
No, that was Kobe. Calm down. They're all black, but don't be racist.
I don't watch.
Okay?
I don't watch basketball.
Just
I
because
don't-
they're all black doesn't mean the one that died was fucking LeBron, Eric.
See, I don't know how I feel about that because
Cut that out, too, because we're going to get so much shit on this podcast. Right.
there's a couple movies that I think that we grew up on that I think just need to be left the fuck alone. Space Jam is one of them.
Well, this one's not
a remake.
This one's a continuation. Yeah.
But I mean, what really more could you continue on?
Right. We beat the
I feel
Monstars.
like-
That's all we had to do.
It's just like with Incredibles 2. I feel like they had enough time to actually fully think out.
Well, the
something.
Incredibles 2 left you on a cliffhanger when they brought Mole Man out the ground.
That was
Space
the first
Jam.
Incredibles.
That's what I'm saying. They left you with a cliffhanger
You
to
said
make number
Incredibles
2.
2.
Oh, did I? My bad. Yeah, Incredibles 1, Mole Man
Bro.
came out of the ground and left the cliffhanger to make Incredibles 2.
Not even
Space
that.
Jam doesn't have a cliffhanger. Yeah. Well, this one's not. They took the powers from these superstars. We need to get this power back by defeating them. They defeated them. That's the end of the story.
But see, my thing is, when did Incredibles come out?
Incredibles came out when I was like fucking.
It was in the 90s.
13, 14, no.
Early 2000s?
It was early 2000s.
I'd say like 2005.
I say it. Hold on, I'll search it up real quick.
I think it took 10 years to make it, though, didn't it? Like 10
yeah, it took 13 years to make the fucking Duke Nukem game, and it was garbage.
And then when did it come out with Incredibles 2? Like last year?
Like 2 years ago, I think.
So
2004, Incredibles.
So we're talking about more than a 10-year span to come out with Incredibles 2.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the kind of shit that you bring to the table?
I actually thought Incredibles 2 was good.
That's like.
And Incredibles 2 was made in 2018, so it was made exactly 12 or 16. No, I'm retarded. 14 years. Goddamn, I can't do math today. I'll tell you what.
So, but I mean, that's like your auntie, right? Your auntie, your aunt, whatever the fuck you want to call
her.
Your
auntie
showing up to Thanksgiving, bringing this whack ass dish that don't even look good, and she's like, "I spent the whole night cooking that." No, you spent the last 13 minutes.
Right.
All right, I'm gonna need you to stop.
And I got a hair in my food.
They're like, "You the bitch that brung shit over. Like, here, put this on the stove. It need to be reheated. It needs to be on. It needs to be put on the stove because you ain't cooked it."
I mean, Avatar took like what 10 years to fully make the first movie.
But look at Avatar though. Look at all the CGI shit in that.
I mean, yeah, but actors get old. There's not much you can do after like 2 movies.
Put them in a different place, or continue a storyline where they're getting old. Like, why'd they make... they haven't had another X-Men because Professor X is getting older, but why can't you have it to where he's getting older as a mutant?
I mean...
Make a storyline where his powers...
Or where he...
They did kill him off, though.
Okay, well, then they could just...
When did they kill off Professor X?
And, Logan.
I mean, that's super...
Oh, I never watched Logan.
That's super easy to come back from, though. Especially in a movie like X-Men.
Thanks for ruining the movie. I'm just playing.
Wolverine dies.
I know he does. I've seen.
Do you know how easy it would, like with the X-Men? I think it's hard to run out of ideas with X-Men, bro.
Yeah,
there's millions of X-Men.
It's hard to run out of ideas with any superhero because there's so many antagonists they have. There's so many.
I'm just saying is,
like, we still haven't had a superhero movie where we've had Scorpion and Rhino in it. Well, nobody even knows that Scorpion's a fucking Spider-Man supervillain.
Yeah. Sony's actually working on that. They're trying to make the whole Spider-Verse. That's why they came out with Carnage and
I'm down for that. But I need them to put one where Rhino's in there because Rhino was my dude.
What I'm saying is, like, with the whole X-Men, because the old thing X-Men does is, bro, like, one movie's now, next movie was like 20 years in the past, the next movie's now, in the past. So you leave all this gap, you know what I mean? Like, one movie's now, last movie we know was like 20 years, and then like the next movie like 20 years down the road, but that's supposed to be now.
Right.
Is even if they killed him off, why don't they just release a movie where like a year before he was killed off, he was
but you gotta realize how much shit they're fucking up in X-Men too. Because do you remember Origins when they actually like started bringing the kids in and shit, and they were sitting in that room, and then because
X-Men is trash.
Huh?
X-Men is trash.
First of all, X-Men is not trash.
X-Men is great, but I feel like they kind of
Origins.
The movie is trash. The cartoon was good.
Are you talking about Origins?
I'm talking about all X-Men.
No. I can agree with you on certain aspects, but not all of the X-Men movies were bad. X-Men 1 and 2 were very fucking good. X-Men 3 was okay. They had to throw a lot more action-packed shit in there because they were doing a bunch of different shit. But when fucking Jean Grey went full fucking Phoenix mode at the end of that goddamn movie, I got rock hard.
But what I'm saying, like, I just feel they, like, especially with X-Men, I like my movies to be like a TV series, bro.
Understandable.
At a certain point, you just gonna have to cut that shit. You know what I mean? Just hit the lights on it. No more.
Like I said, with X-Men, they fuck a lot of shit up, too. Because, like, in X-Men Origins, they had Darwin, the black dude. The one who got the fucking whatever shit put into him and he turned to ash and died. You want to know why that would never happen? Because specifically that superhero, Darwin, his body adapts to whatever helps him survive. He was fighting the Hulk, and he needed his body to adapt to help him fight the Hulk. You know what his body did? Teleported him as far the fuck away from the Hulk as possible. Like, Darwin's not supposed to die. That's where X-Men fucked up in that movie. But because I mean, like, as soon as he would have put that marble into Darwin's mouth, whatever that marble held contained in it, Darwin's body would have morphed into something that could have withstood that. Darwin's literally unkillable.
I mean, like, that was all under Fox, though.
Yeah, which is bullshit.
But now it's back with Marvel, and Marvel stated that they want to completely restart the X-Men.
Well, if they restart it, then I understand. But I thought you were talking about they were going to keep it going after that, because I'm like,
no, they want to restart everything because they feel like they can do it better than when Fox was doing it.
Okay, here's also my plan. Or, I mean, my whole thinking about the whole blackwash thing that you were talking about. I hate it how, like, if you have, like, a whole movie series... Like, let's put it in this perspective. Twilight. How many...
Want to replace the battery with us?
Can I keep going?
Yeah.
How many movies are in the Twilight series? Like,
I have no idea.
I think there's 3.
There's more than 3.
There's 3 or 4.
You got Twilight, then you got Breaking Dawn.
Which was part 1 and part 2, and that was it.
That's right. Breaking Dawn had 2 parts instead of one.
Then you had Moon 2. Well, I count those as 2 movies. If it's part 1 and part 2, because it's still 2 different discs.
Yeah, but that was... I think it was only 3 or 4 movies.
I think it was 4 because you had Twilight 2, then you had Twilight or Breaking Dawn, then the second one to Breaking Dawn, which would be the third, then you had New Moon, correct?
I think New Moon was 2, though.
New Moon... Oh, okay, so I might be wrong. I don't know. I didn't watch them.
But, like, anyways, what I'm saying is, I hate it when, like, they'll release, like, 2 to 3 movies, and then the actors will just change.
Yeah, that kind of fucks with me too. But
that's why I hate DC.
Well, a lot of the actors that have changed and shit throughout the years have told them, like, I don't want to play this part anymore because I'm doing other things. So they have to find somebody to come into them. But I will be severely pissed if they take Robert Gooding Jr. out of Iron Man's spot. Like,
there's 5.
They're gonna have to.
5. Okay.
He died.
Yeah, but you know...
No, they're moving on to his daughter now.
You do understand that they're
Ironheart.
I didn't even know he had a daughter.
Yeah.
If you watch Endgame, the daughter plays like a role in it.
His daughter, but like, there's 5?
Yeah. There's a deleted scene where he's actually talking, like in the afterlife, he's actually talking to the older version of his daughter. And like she's supposed to like carry on the Iron Man legacy.
Got you. Okay. I fucks with it. I always thought War Machine would carry it on. I always thought War Machine would carry on his... Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he gave him that suit and shit.
Like, I'm sure, like, he's going to keep doing the Iron Man thing, but brilliance and everything would be heard.
I remember in that movie when War Machine was he was talking shit or something to Iron Man, and Robert Downey Jr. looked at me. He's like, "Who made you walk again?" Like, just threw that shit in his face.
Straight up.
You know the ending scenes of Iron Man 3 was not played by Robert Downey Jr. at all. It was a CGI because he got injured on the set.
Oh, no
so
shit.
he couldn't finish the movie, and they didn't want to skip the deadline.
Oh, damn.
I read about that last week.
That's crazy.
That was cool.
That's crazy. Oh, by the way, the fact about Darwin I just threw out there, I want to give a shout out to Fact Fiend with Carl Smallwood, because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't know a lot of the facts I know about certain shit.
Well, guys, thanks for
coming and joining us on our ADHD podcast.
This one's
our Sayin Stuff Special.
Yeah,
we'll be back at some point with season 3. We don't know when.
Yeah, when this Corona shit calms the fuck down.
Right, and whenever Chris's work decides Saturdays aren't important.
Yeah, you go ahead and have fun talking to them about that. But you guys take it easy. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that fucking notification bell.
You can slightly keep up with us by watching quickies, and links to our social pages will be down below.
And wash your fucking hands.